Hey all, so for today I got a treat. I've had some soap soak in here, and it's the Wet Shave Obsession Premium Soap, and it's the Naud. Here's the label that came on the puck, wrapped in green. And the ingredients list are a little too tiny to see here, so I'll have it posted up from their website and just posted it as part of the comments. The razors I'll be using, razor is going to be this Gbar. It's in pretty good shape. To me it looks very similar to the black handle push button. On this though, you have the flip. The knurling on the handle is very nice. I like it. It's probably about as aggressive as the knurling on the Merkur 34. The weight of this razor is surprisingly maybe just a little bit heavier, but they both feel just about the same to me. As you can tell, design wise they're very similar. To me, I find that when I shave with this, that it's natural for me to want to hold it either like that or like that, and I'm finding that that's about the same with this, whether feels pretty comfortable like that. I'm not going pardon me, I'm not too sure how aggressive this is supposed to be. I know this is a milder razor. And I'm also going to be using some of these coated blades that come from Ted Pella. Now this is the kind that you can find in some drugstores, actual shaving razor or shaving blades. These would come in the little plastic container that you slide them out. This one's been used 5-6 times, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit more. Kind of lost track. I'll have to look in my journal to figure that out, but still pretty sharp. Gonna load up the blades in each one. With these paper wrapped ones like this, I find it safer if you come from the non-bladed edge and lift to go down to take it off. Being that there's a sharp edge in there, you don't want to rip this way and maybe cause an accident. So there you go. So with these kind that don't have any notches here to hold it, you're basically letting the blade come against these little prongs here. So normally what I do is I start with the gem side up whenever I get a new blade into a razor. So you basically go like that, and on these you're gonna just let it fall. Now for the most part, everything is going to be pretty even along the edge, along the bottom, as it pertains to coming underneath the top cap. You want to make sure it's in there, it's secure. Open up that, and it's the same thing. There's nothing to hold it that way with the center pieces that are there sometimes. So you just put it in, close it up, push the button back, and it's in place. Oop. Here we go. Let's try that again. Alright. Now you can see that when you do with the push button, you do have to make sure you get it in there. There. If you heard that little click, now it's secure. There we go. That's what I was trying to get to. Alright. To me, there seems to be more gap between the front of the blade and the safety bar as opposed to this. So I don't know if this means that the blade is more down towards your skin. And if that's the case, then I would think that this having more blade exposed would be considered slightly more aggressive. But I'm gonna see. This is pretty mild. I like it because you can shave in the shower with it since it's plastic there, and you just shake it out when you're done and dry it off. Alright, now for what the soap looks like. That's what it looks like. To me, it smells like a combination or something like a Brute or Old Spice, or like the original Old Spice scent. Something in between there, maybe. My wife called it an old man soap. That was courtesy of a Twitter piff from Jim at Wet Shave Obsession. So thank you, Jim. And I'm curious to try it. This will be my first time. I'm going to use the CH2 synthetic. Squeezing any water that's left in it. And here we go. Alright. And put just a little bit more water on the top. Swirl it around. Same thing. Just a little bit of water on top. Even though a lot of people have suggested that the chubby be mostly used for face lathering, I'm going to try it in a different bowl today. I want this goodness that's sitting around the soap as part of what's going to go in the bowl. So, reciting on top of the puck as I was loading. Some of that is still in there. So now, take all of that, grab it with the brush. That should be way more than what I'll need. I just want to see what I can get out of this. Because that is so much soap, I'm expecting that I'll have to throw in some water here. Just putting in drops. A little bit more. Just a few on this side. There. Smells good. Maybe because I used to watch my grandfather shave, it is an old man scent. But to me, it's one of those childhood scents that brings back good memories. Watching him shave on Sundays. As you can see, it's coming into its own. Nice and whippy. Brush has got plenty of lather inside of it. If I was wet shaving, or wet shaving, if I were straight shaving, I would definitely be wanting just a little bit more moisture in there to start with. However, look at that. That is nice. So I'm going to wet my face and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. That should be plenty wet. Took a shower right before getting all this stuff set up. So here we go. Plenty of body so far. I got about 3 days growth. Look at that. Has a very nice body to it. I can tell that just on my fingers it's nice and slick. There's what my brush is looking like, popping. Just a little bit of water on the tips. There's what's in my bowl. The brush feels heavy with lather. Okay, let's see how this Gbar shaves. I don't feel my skin burning or anything. So that's always good. As with any soap or any product that you're using, always check the ingredients list based off your own history. Make sure there's nothing that would set you off. To me, the blade feels good. No issues. I adjusted my setup here. My mirror's right here that I use when I look in when I'm shaving. I brought it out more towards me. My favorite part about the SE's single edge razors, whether it's a gem or Eveready or something else, are that the narrowest and the narrowest narrow this way and short this way make for great to get into places. Not as easy as the thinner Schick injector style, but still pretty good. I find that holding it like that naturally creates a nice balance point that you can pretty much quickly adjust here and keeps that weight in control against your skin so that you don't have to push down with the razor. how it's capturing it. Feels pretty good. Could easily be someone's everyday razor. For some guys, maybe it would require more touch-up. Doesn't feel harsh against the skin at all, just from the blade itself. Pretty good. I like it. Alright, gonna rinse. Alright, skin feels good. Has a really nice condition feel. Can feel it back here. So, just wants to go all over. Lots of creamy goodness in there. Lather in the bowl seems to be holding body. I've got a couple little weepers. You can get lulled into the smoothness that you're getting. This is a slick soap. The water that I'm getting from rinsing the razor and then coming back up, it's coming down the handle, and even good thing there's knurling. The slick soap is like, so I'm gonna have to wipe my hands off here real quick. Wow, okay. So skin feels great, feels soft. Great soap. Again, the Naud Premium Shave Soap from Wet Shave Obsession. Smells good to me, but maybe it could be considered an old man's soap. Maybe that's perhaps why kind of appeals to me. It smells like something from my grandfather shaving. Not necessarily the soap he shaved with, but the aftershave that he used afterwards. I'm gonna go ahead. Man, still plenty here. I knew I used more than I needed, but I just wanted to see how that lather would be. That is nice. Very nice. Jim, thanks again. It was great being runner-up, and when I get a little bit more space in my soap rotation, I'll look back at your shop for a different scent. Notice that you got some newer scents that you're coming out with, or they're already out now, and so I'll go through there and read up on them. Gonna finish up my touch-up, and that'll be it. So again, the Wet Shave Obsession, the Gem Gbar, and the Simpsons CH2. Thanks for watching.